You are listening to the Applying to College Timeline Workshop, a K-12 recording. Today we're going to talk a little bit about how the timeline works on applying to college. The objectives for our workshop today are to go through the 11th and 12th grade timelines on applying to the college of your choice. So think about this a little bit. Myth or fact? I really only need to meet with my guidance counselor during my 12th grade year. He or she will know what classes I should be taking. This is a myth. A lot of people don't want to talk to those counselors because they think they only focus on the 12th grade seniors. This is not true. Your counselor is there to work with you to help you develop a schedule for 9th to 12th grade if you so desire, or to break it down 1 year at a time. So make sure you reach out. Next, if I can get financial aid, I don't have to worry about saving money for books. This is a myth. Financial aid can cover a lot of stuff. It can cover your full tuition. It can cover partial tuition. It does not guarantee that you don't have to save money for things like books or food or supplies. Next, even though I don't have to take entrance exams until my junior year, I should still start to practice and get ready for these exams. By entrance exams, we mean the SATs and the ACTs, and this is a fact. You should also always start to prepare for these tests as soon as possible. So if you start during your freshman year looking at these and even just understanding what the test is about, you're already getting ahead. Next, college is way too expensive, so community college is probably my only option. This is a myth. While community college is a wonderful option for a lot of you, and it will be a great transition from a two-year school to a four-year school in many cases, you don't know for sure whether it's going to be too expensive until you go through the financial aid process or see if you qualify for scholarships. So what we're going to do today is we're going to do a timeline on what you should be preparing for college application from your junior year through your senior year. So starting with your junior year, what should you be doing? You should be meeting with your guidance counselor. As talked about during the myth and facts section, they should know who you are, you should know who they are, you should have a good relationship. If your counselor is new to you this year, make sure you get to know them. The junior year is the really important year because this is the year you're going to really build that foundation for applying for college. You want to start to analyze job trends. Is the job that you're looking for something that is going to be viable once you graduate college? You're going to want to start to search and compare for colleges, and you're going to want to start to plan maybe your first college tour. So in the fall or spring of your junior year, ask yourself, is a university, community college, or even a trade school the right choice for me? So if you're not sure, talk to your counselor, have a junior meeting, go over what kind of courses you need to take, talk about the interests that you have. If you have no idea on what kind of career you want, talk to them and they can perhaps share with you a career interest inventory, which is a little assessment to give you some ideas on what kind of careers you might like. You can talk to them about the availability of AP courses, such as if you're going to a university and you want to be an English major, then you can take some AP English Lit and composition classes, for example, and this could help you get college credit before you even start college. You can talk about SAT and ACT prep and signing up for those. You can talk about your academic plan. How many credits do you still need to graduate? Also consider that just because your school may only require 3 math credits, for example, the college that you want to go to might want 4. So make sure you're looking at that academic plan. Look at some different career types and different majors and discuss those with your counselor. See if the college that you're looking at has the major that you're looking for. Task 2, take first round of college exams. So there's a couple different exams that you're going to be looking at as far as going into college. If you're looking at a four-year college, you're going to be wanting to look at the ACT and ACT test. And I recommend watching the ACT and SAT recording. In this case, this is something that you're going to want to typically take during the spring of your junior year for the first time. Although there is no timeline on when you have to take it in general, you could take it your senior year, you could take it earlier in your junior year. But some schools do have deadlines, so make sure you check that kind of stuff out. The advice that I always like to give is that in order to give yourself at least 2 chances to take that test, take it at least in the spring of your junior year, then you can always take it again in the fall of your senior year. The SAT test is going to test your verbal, your math, your writing skills, while the ACT test is going to test your verbal, your math, and your science skills. There's also the AP Advanced Placement exams. So if you take an AP course, such as AP European History, at the end of that course during your high school year, you'll have the opportunity to sign up for the AP test. The AP test is a test to help you earn actual high scores where you can get credit for college. This varies from college to college what they accept as far as scores go. There is also the ACT subject tests. They're not the most popular test compared to the reasoning test, which is your typical SAT test, but the subject test might deal with a specific subject like biology, for example. This might be if you're looking at a major in a competitive college, they might be looking for a more specific test to see what your skills are. So be sure to check if your college is looking for that. Task 3, continue to research job trends and get to know yourself. Research future career opportunities. View self-assessment tests like career and interest inventories. Talk with friends and family members. Look for a job shadowing opportunity. A job shadowing opportunity would be a chance for you to follow someone around in a job you're interested in, see what they do, and it might help you determine whether you like to do that or not. Volunteer work might also give you some ideas if you pick a topic that is of interest to you. So for example, a humane society if you're interested in pets and animals. Task 4, start the search for colleges. It's a good idea to start breaking it down because you don't have to make a specific college choice in your junior year. So maybe think outside the box. Think of 3 to 5 schools that you could definitely get into. Think of 3 to 5 that you could probably get into. And then don't give up your dreams of those 3 to 5 schools that you'd like to get into. So if they're really tough, just keep those all in mind at this point. Start searching by the state. You can search by community colleges. You can search by career schools, like by type, like if it's a 2-year trade school, or maybe just a school that just does academics. What should you look for in a school? You're going to start to determine whether you like private or public schools, how big this school is, where it's located if you want to stay close to home or get far away. What kind of curriculum do they offer? Maybe the duration of their semesters, do they do trimesters, stuff like that. The quality of education cost, the admissions requirements, some of the housing availability, and what kind of stuff they do on campus. Like, is it something you're going to be interested in? The lifestyle, maybe even if it's in a city versus if it's in a rural setting. So the kind of things you want to start thinking about. Once you get some of this information, go plan a campus visit or a virtual tour. A virtual tour would be something that you arrange online and check things out. Even better is if you can step foot on a campus. In your junior year, even if you can't get to one of the dream schools that you want to apply to, it's always great just to step on any college campus to start to get an idea on what you like. So if you visit a small school and you really don't like the feel of how small it is and there's not a very big area to walk around in, maybe you can start eliminating those ideas off of your checklist. So plan to visit the college for a full day. Do a campus tour with different students and staff if you have a chance to. Talk to the financial aid office. Walk around campus. Drive around the community. This is a very good idea to do in the spring and the summer. So once you hit your senior year, what should you be doing? You're going to start selecting the colleges, what you want to apply for as far as what specific schools. You're going to start applying for financial aid, scholarships, and you're going to eventually select the college that you want to go to. So just a basic timeline from September to February. So September, you're going to want to start comparing and selecting schools and finalize your SATs. So if you're going to take that second time SAT, I'd always advise taking the first one available during the school year, which is usually October's. In October, you're going to want to start preparing your college applications, start getting them ready, see what you have to do. A lot of them are online now. You might be able to start those applications and save them and come back for them, so get ahead a little bit. If they require reference letters, start reaching out to those people to see maybe people you've worked with before or teachers to see if they'd be willing to write you a recommendation letter. Um, on November, start talking about your college costs, like how much is it going to cost, what what am I going to need for fees, etc. And December, if you're going to take in an AP course, you're going to start setting up those AP tests, which are usually in the May of the following year. In January, you're going to want to start applying for financial aid. So once you do financial aid, then you can see how much you qualify for and if it's going to help you out with paying for school. And then from in February and actually all year, you can always look for scholarships. Many have deadlines that are in the fall. By February, you should already have been applying for scholarships. Some places to look for scholarships online, check with your counselor, go to a local library and check out a bulletin board. If you still have a relationship with your former local brick and mortar school, check them out and see if they'd be willing to share any local scholarship information. In March and April, you're going to start finalizing those applications if you're looking at a rolling admissions college. If you're looking at a college that has a deadline of November 1st, be sure that you're paying attention to that. But rolling admissions means that it's a very usually a lax admissions process where you can apply at any point. Some of those do fill up certain majors and stuff like that, but you can always still apply and usually get into some general admissions, general studies. Make sure you're viewing all your options and again, continue to fill out your scholarships and check out financial aid. Once you get your financial aid package, you can talk to the specific school you're interested in actually attending and seeing if they have any specific financial aid opportunities. In May and June, you're going to finalize that financial aid so that you're getting ready to roll in the fall, and you're going to make final decisions on attending school, figure out housing, and figure out possibly scheduling your classes for the fall. Summer before you start your freshman year, make sure you spend lots of quality times with your friends and family. Start purchasing items for your dorm. This is where you start seeing all those sales at Target and Walmart about this and that back to school stuff. You don't just see that high school stuff anymore. You'll start seeing that college stuff to decorate your room with lamps and chairs and stuff like that. And then just mentally prepare for your next step. This is a very exciting time in your life, and the best thing to do is to be prepared. Last but not least, if you ever have any questions, talk to your guidance counselor. They are there to help you with those college choices. If you have somebody else close to you at the school, a homeroom teacher or a regular teacher, or anybody else, an administrator, make sure you reach out to them, let them know if you need help, and always don't be afraid to ask questions. Again, this is a general timeline, and if you're looking at a specific school, it can vary, but this should give you a good start in applying for college. Thank you very much.